It's no secret that 2009 has been a very challenging year. The industry has been deeply impacted, first by ongoing drought and extreme heat, and then by the devastation of the Victorian bushfires. Today we'll give you some insight on just how a couple of Dig clients are faring out there.
We had the 3 days of 40 plus heat. As you can see, we lost about 30–40% of our crop through the heat damage, and then which preceded the fires that came through and damaged about 5% of our vineyard here at Dixon's Creek. And then the aftermath of the fires was the smoke taint that's come through and then taken off 100%. So we're not producing any wines for 2009.
So that's a very tough call for a small winery to make, particularly one that's only a few vintages old. Charles has been overwhelmed by the support of industry friends, including the crew at Voyager Estate, who've offered him some Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon to make a 2009 white blend under the Mandala label. Next up, we hear from a client who many of you will know suffered significant personal property losses up in the Yarra Valley, but we crossed to him at his day job in another part of Victoria.
G'day, Tom Carson from Yabby Lake and Heathcote Estate. We all know 2009's been a pretty tough year. We've heard all the stories about the horrible hot weather and the bushfires, but the grapes have to be picked and the wine has to be made. And we've been pretty happy with what we've seen so far, so don't write the vintage off. There will be good wines from 2009.
So vintage 2009 has certainly been up and down, but the overwhelming message that we're getting from our Victorian wine industry friends is simply to rally together. So get out in the regions, buy Victorian wine, and don't be surprised by some quality that you see coming through the 2009 vintage despite it all. Cheers.